Welcome to episode 46 of the Sweet Nature Cruise Cast. Hi, I'm Linz. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, and today we're talking cruising myths, and we're going to do some myth busting. But first, a little mood music.
But we see the truth with our very own eyes. It's time to bust the nonsense. It's time to get wise. Whoa, we're tearing down the lies, tearing down the lies. We're breaking every myth they advertise. This is the real truth coming at you fast. We're here to make the good times last.
What did you think to today's music?
No, that sounds like... No, I'm not loving that, no.
You're not loving my 80s tearing down the lies myth-busting music?
No, because it sounds like either I'm in the office or I'm in the dentist and somebody thought, oh, I know, we'll put on the rock music for fun.
Well, if you'd like to hear more of that rock music for fun, the full song is at the end of it.
No.
And you do. It's
you
a really
don't.
good song.
No.
Well, on that tragic star then.
It's not tragic. It's just, it's a bit...
Did it not do it for you, this?
No.
Hopefully we'll be back on,
I'm not loving
form
it.
for the next one.
I'm
then.
not loving it.
Okay. Well, shall we go on to what we're talking about today then? Which hopefully you'll love more.
Okay.
So today we are going to be, as you said, busting some common cruising myths.
Yes.
Or agreeing with them, because they might not be busted.
Oh, yeah, there might actually be not myth.
Yeah. We've no cruise confession today, because the next episode is the Late Night Linzi cruise special.
I don't know if Late Night Linzi wants to do that, you know.
And then we've got 4 cruise news stories. So shall we crack on?
Yeah, we better had.
So, one of the sort of biggest cruising myths
Yes.
that's out there,
Mhm.
and I've sort of jotted some down already.
Okay.
But obviously, if you come up with any more, let me know. But one of the biggest ones, and I thought this would be the case before I went on it as well.
Mhm.
In fact, this applies to it first too, is that you'll be seasick the whole time.
Well, you might. No, it depends where you're going. Bay of Biscay is very unforgiving,
It can be, yeah.
but luckily where we cruised out of, which was Fort Lauderdale, the seas
On our first cruise.
the seas behaved, and you couldn't feel the ship move at all,
No.
which is a good thing. If we'd have gone across the Bay of Biscay,
On the first one.
yeah, you might.
It might put me off. I think,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this when I was putting the notes together for the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've only been properly seasick 3 times.
Yes, but
the worst one being on the Bay of Biscay.
Yeah. Where you left me in the veranda.
To go back to the room so I wasn't violently ill in the
I know,
restaurant,
but,
just
you know.
to be clear.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
just leave you on a random veranda in the restaurant.
No, but all night, let's get this clear, all night I was like, are you sure? Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah, but then it got really rough, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a myth, but you're not going to be seasick the whole time. We've done transatlantic.
There's medication now, yeah.
And also, absolutely spot on, the medication that you can get is fantastic.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean every type of medication will work for you. Some work better for others. Quells work really well for us, for the people that don't.
And people that use the bands.
Yeah,
or
I swear by with the ginger capsules.
You like those.
Because you can take them and you can still drink.
Yeah, whereas the other ones, you've got to be careful.
Yeah.
Especially and then you feel cheated by the drinks package then, that you've paid for it and then you can't drink.
Well, that's a different thing, isn't it? If you're thinking about getting a drinks package and you're going somewhere where it's likely a bit rough, then, if you're going on Drake Passage,
oh no,
maybe a drink package isn't good for those few days.
No.
But that's not a common one out of Southampton.
No, but it happens.
It does. The second myth, and I said I believe this before I went on it as well, is that you'll be bored silly. That there's just nothing to do.
Yeah, that's not doing your research, though, is it? There's so many things now that you can tell. There's so many...
but you have to remember, this is also what people are saying who've not necessarily been on a cruise when they're giving you advice, saying, you'll be bored.
Yeah, they don't... Yeah, they'd be quite happy sitting by a pool
or lying on the beach.
Yeah, no, it's people do worry. They do worry. There's all going to be coits.
Coits?
What do I mean?
I have no idea.
Shuffleboard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the next one is about that cruising's for old people, so we can link these two in. But I think you would have to go massively out of your way to suggest that you would be bored silly on a cruise ship. Some cruise lines are better for different people, and it's finding that right cruise line for you, because
Yeah.
not everyone wants to have ones with slides and rock walls,
Yeah.
and not everyone would want a culture one with loads of talk.
No.
So it's finding which one is right for you, doing that research,
Yes.
watching a lot of YouTube, finding which ships work.
Yeah, we're not just saying us. Don't watch
No,
us.
watch a lot.
Watch them all like we do. Also, my mum used to say, only boring people get bored, which was interesting to say to me, but we couldn't say that to our son. So it's, yeah, it's all on you. Basically, you do you, and you'll find something to do.
And there is a cruise for everyone.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
We do know people who've been on cruises at the same time we've been on, and have almost been dragged onto them, and then found something they love very quickly.
Like jigsaws.
Yeah, and we're quite happy then.
Yeah.
Or sitting in the libraries, or going and watching a show, taking part in a cooking class, or ballroom dancing, or choirs, or a million other things, which you'll find. But do your research, and that myth is absolutely bust, because you will not get bored on there.
Eating and drinking, that's what I like to do.
And you'll definitely not get bored
And
eating
napping.
and drinking. And napping
And hot
in
tubbing.
between them. So the second part that we just said on there is one of the other myths is that cruising is for old people.
Now, it did used to skew older, that's true, but not anymore.
I think there are times where...
But people
you
used to
will
look
find-
older, young, like...
Yeah, you see videos of people in the sort of picture of people in the 40s, 50, 60 year ago, and they looked much older than people in the 40s do now. And you see people in their 80s who look young as well now. So I do think there are certain cruise lines and certain times of year for cruises where the audience and the cruisers will skew older. So generally speaking, when it's in the school holidays...
Or a longer itinerary.
Well, I'm going to say when it's in the school holidays, you'll find there's more younger people on there. When it's a longer itinerary, certainly things like the world cruises, then you need to be retired probably, or able to work from anywhere.
Well, I would say anything over like a 2-week cruise, then it's going to skew older because, you're working and you're not necessarily going to get 2 weeks off. More than 2 weeks off in one go.
But it's definitely not for... old people.
No, there are ships and cruise lines that skew older. That is true.
There are certain cruise lines. So, for instance, Saga,
that are over 50.
That you've got a minimum age. Is it 50?
I think it's 50. Or is it? No, I think it's 50.
So there are certain ones where it's designed specifically that way, and then there are certain cruise lines where it tends to be just older people that go on it.
I wouldn't know anyone over 50.
No. But yeah, it's definitely not a thing that it is just for old people at all. This one existed sort of pre-2020, but the myths carried on even more so since. And that's that cruises are basically floating Petri dishes.
You mean Petri?
Petri?
Petri.
Is it not Petri?
Petri.
Basically, you're going to get ill.
Yeah. I mean, let's not... It does happen. It does happen. Where something will sweep through the ship, like norovirus or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does happen, but I always make sure and that I'm, washing my hands. I'm touching. I now started, and this is going to sound really sad, but if we're on a smaller ship, I go back to the room to use the ladies rather than use the ladies out and about.
If it's a very
smaller ship, because
if it's convenient,
because it's
it's your
space.
Room. Yeah, you are right that if something happens like a norovirus, then it will spread through on it. I've been ill more often coming off of a plane.
Oh, planes!
Than I have a cruise ship.
Planes.
Because you're in really close proximity to everyone. Everyone's breathing that same air, and the number of times that we've sort of come off a plane.
Yeah. Do you know what? The air used to be cleaner on a plane.
When
they smoked, because they used to vent it better,
Yeah. The cruise ships, you will probably find that generally from a health perspective, are far cleaner than any other vacation that you because they're constantly cleaning. There's sanitizer everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like you're at like an all-inclusive on land resort where they're not cleaning to that same extent. So it's not that myth's busted.
No.
But
it does
it's
happen.
also not anywhere near what people make out, and it's probably cleaner than going to the supermarket.
Well, I'm not going to say that, but it's because you are touching a lot of things in the supermarket.
Right, yeah. People pick the fruit up, look at it, put it back.
Yeah, but it's something about the buffet that people worry about.
It is, yeah. It's how people use it in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Again, wash your hands, sanitize.
If everybody, but
if everyone did that,
can we just get back to buffet a minute?
Yeah.
There is a flaw in the buffetness.
What's the flaw?
So you wash your hands as you're going in.
Yeah.
You then go.
How do you do it? Okay.
And then you go to the counter and you use the things and you the tongs and you're assuming everyone. And on that counter, you're getting some chicken wings and you're getting some ribs and you're getting maybe a burger or something like something a bit fingery. And then you go back to this is where it falls down. You then do this with your fingers, right? And then you go, I'm going to go back again.
Oh,
so
after touching the tongs that other people have used?
No. You've used the tongs. You've then picked up the thing. And then maybe you've got a little bit of a something going on, like a little bit of a bug. And then
I have no idea where you're going with this.
No, you put your fingers.
Where are you putting your fingers in?
When you're touching
your food?
Yeah,
you've just picked up from the tongue with the tongs.
Yeah, but then the tongs are clean, and then you're doing this, and then you're doing this.
What eating?
Eating. So maybe.
So why not just?
And
have
then
a
you might
do. Then
you might like lick your fingers.
But if it's your fingers and you've just watched them and you haven't touched anything, what's the problem?
Yeah, but you haven't done your mouth, have you? And then you go.
And then you right. So what you're saying is that when you've licked your finger of some sauce, you go back into the buffet again and use the tongs, and you've not sanitized them at that point. So then you've got the germs out. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because
okay, that's fair point. Maybe they should have sanitizer on the tables
to do this.
Yeah. No, I meant just to wipe your hands when you're done.
Yeah, that'll be better. Yeah.
As opposed to spraying it in your mouth. It seems a bit extreme. Next myth.
I feel I might have opened the can of worms.
That's why I'm rapidly
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're all going to be watching like all the finger action going on in the buffet now.
People go, oh, he licked his finger.
He did, yeah.
Cruises are all inclusive.
No,
they're generally not.
That would be a good thing, no.
Certainly some cruise lines sort of pitch it more as that, and to a degree, some are.
And then the headline price looks really scary.
It is, because you've got your base fare to start with, and then if you then add on to it the real cost, which includes your drinks, gratuities, specialty dining, Wi-Fi, excursions, that can easily double your cruise fare depending where you're going.
Yes,
easily.
Yeah.
Some ultra luxury ships do include all those things that I just said.
Yeah, but they look pricey when you come to cost them up.
It does, and that's why if you are going to cost them and you cost it compared to what looks to be a cheaper one, but where you know you're going to do a lot of excursions or book a lot of speciality, if you work it out, they're often, and we've done this, they're often not that massively different.
No.
And it's doing that sort of comparison to it.
The difference is you're paying... people are like, okay, so I pay for my holiday 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks out or whatever. So then you're back to zero. So then when you go on holiday, on your cruise, you've allowed for spending more money again. There seems to be this thing about paying such an outlay before you've stepped foot on the ship.
Yeah.
And it just happens.
You get that when you do like a land-based all-inclusive. The same applies.
But you just know it's an all-inclusive, so you've costed for an all-inclusive in your head.
Yeah, but it's only all-inclusive in the... So you can go on, for instance, Princess is a good example where it's the closest that you can get to that now. Because people like Celebrity used to class certain levels as all-inclusive.
Yeah.
They actually advertised it as that.
Yeah.
but it still never included shore excursions.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at Princess and you get their premium one, so it includes your drinks package,
Yeah.
includes your gratuity, includes your Wi-Fi, includes specialty dining,
Yeah.
includes all your drinks and everything like that. So unless you get off the ship or you want to buy some merchandise,
Yeah.
you would struggle to find anything to spend money on because it's literally...
That's why Princess Premium's great.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's why there's a lot of people who are big fans of that.
Yeah.
The same... So exactly the same applies with that one if you went to like an ultra luxury all inclusive. But if you want to go off resort and do an excursion, you wouldn't expect that to be included within that. And so you can get cruises that are all inclusive. You can get them that are virtual all inclusive, like putting the Princess Premium on, and then you can get where it's just your cruise fare and you pay as you go, and it's whatever tech says. So yeah, they're not all inclusive. It's just how some people like to pitch it. So this is a great one, which we get asked this a lot from people who've not cruised before.
Okay.
Where they think that if they don't book an excursion with the cruise line, the ship will leave them. If they book it with the cruise line, and I'm saying if they're late back is what I mean on that.
Okay.
If they're with the cruise line, the ship will wait indefinitely.
It's not indefinitely, is it?
It's definitely not, because there's been quite a lot of stories over the last few years. So to be clear, you can go and book an excursion with anyone on it. There is no contractual obligation.
No, I won't book it with just anyone.
No, but you can do. You can get off and just have a walk around yourself.
You could, yeah,
You can book with third parties like Viator and Shore Excursions. You can do what you want, and they will.
I won't book it like through Trotter's independent trading excursions. I wouldn't do that.
No, but so the big sort of reputable ones.
Yeah.
And we've used the big reputable ones.
We have. Yeah, we've been
they will,
good.
generally speaking, be cheaper than the cruise line.
Oh, definitely.
Not always. Some cruise lines offer really good pricing.
Yeah.
Some charge you a fortune.
I would definitely compare, which I do.
Yeah, and you have a look, and if there's not much difference, if it's like a few dollars difference, then there's an advantage to book with the cruise line because you can get off the ship quicker. There is certain guarantees with things.
I mean, one prime example is when we went to Puerto Rico and we went to the fort, and if you got on a bus and then went to the fort, it was like $40 or something. Yeah. We got there and we paid $4 a piece.
And we walked up the hill because it was only like 15 minutes walk.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot, and you had to have good mobility.
We stopped off for drinks en route.
We did for pina coladas. So
That
win-win.
was part of the plan. But yeah, the price difference for that was like 10 times cheaper.
Yeah.
So all right, it doesn't seem as big because it's 40 to compare 4, but when you add that up over a family, it can soon stack up. So you're not obliged to go through them. The cruise lines will wait longer for their own
but they are told what's happening. Remember that time we went to Amsterdam and somebody was really, really late.
Yeah.
And they were checking
in just about to...
And they were going to go. They weren't waiting.
And they were about half an hour late at that point.
Yeah. They were like, they were getting ready, and then they finally arrived at the people. So, yeah.
But they will stay longer, whereas obviously if you go off on your own, it's your responsibility to make sure you're back at the ship for the time the onboarding is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're not obliged to. Inside cabins are basically windowless dungeons.
You know what? I can't comment on this because I know we keep talking about it.
We do.
But I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I mean, when you look at them in terms of why someone might book them, I think it's harsh to say windowless dungeons.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
That's how I've literally seen them described.
Okay, no, I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
A lot of them these days have some sort of virtual type portal where you can put the TV on and see what's happening through the cam and see what's happening outside. Some have actual virtual screens, but they're not in there. But the main reason people will look to take them is purely from a cost point of view.
Oh, I mean, cost-wise,
you can cruise far more if you cruise on an inside cabin.
Yeah.
Then you can take an ocean view or a balcony or a suite because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
And if you're going somewhere where it's really port intensive and you know you're going to be, certainly like the Med is a great example where you can have a different stop every single day.
Yeah.
Then does it really matter what's in the room if you're going to be off the ship for 9-10 hours a day and you're just going for your nap and sleeping in there?
Yeah.
Then I get that. If you're going to somewhere like Alaska or the fjords, then there's an advantage to having a view.
Yeah.
But they're definitely not windowless dungeons
No,
at
no.
all. Another good myth
Mm.
is that it's always cheaper to book direct with the cruise than with a travel agent.
No. However, now this is where it gets weird now, because we love booking through a travel agent.
Yeah.
However, when we have booked direct and we've booked late, the room we've got by booking direct is very different to the room we've got when we've booked late using a travel agent.
Yeah.
There seems to be a little bit of like when you book through a hotel versus booking through a hotel site. The hotel seems to give you a nicer room allocation. Yeah, and
We've only done it once.
I know, but it
and
does.
we did get a good room.
And we got a great room. We got like the higher tier than what we'd
Yeah.
actually booked, and that's not happened when we've booked using a travel agent. So this
for late.
Yeah. So this is one of them things. You pays your monies, you take your chance. I feel
You do. I mean, generally speaking, it will be no more expensive to book through a travel agent because the cruise lines want you to book through their partners because they get to sell more, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to undercut the partners that they work
No.
with. The big pros and cons to it, and for me, the big pro is that if you need to change anything, or you got a query about it, or the cruise line changes something, or a flight changes, if you book that all through your travel agent,
And this is a
they just
personal
take care of
travel
it.
agent rather than just sometimes if you've used a big travel agent, that's not
Then
necessarily the case.
you can be sat in a sort of a call
queue.
centre queue for hours.
Yeah.
If you book, like we work with Karen Stewart
Yeah.
on it, and any issues we've had, we're in touch and they're straight on and sorting it. So there's big advantages to doing that.
Yeah.
As you say, the opposite side to it is that you haven't got that direct relationship with the cruise line.
No.
But once you booked it and you got your reservation, you can ring up and speak to the cruise line.
Yes.
And you still get access to doing all the stuff on their
Yeah.
online portals.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't lose anything.
No.
So, but it's definitely not cheaper to book direct. There are some, just one or two cruise lines that you can't actually use a travel agent for, that they only do direct.
Okay.
We're down to the last couple, and then if you've got any. But this is one which seems to sort of come out in the news every now and again on sort of mainstream news, and that is that they are really environmentally unfriendly and they dump all the ship waste and sewage directly into the ocean.
I can't comment. I'm not an expert on this.
I did do some research for this one.
I know that they recycle a lot of things.
They do. So
I feel this is quite intense for this.
Yeah, it's just ones that come out.
Okay.
It is
I'm gonna
untrue.
drink.
It's untrue that they dump ship waste and sewage directly into the ocean because it's also highly illegal. They're not allowed to do that. There's really strict environmental rules. If you look at someone like, I will be semi-political on this, but UK water companies are massively worse. They've been fined fortunes for dumping straight into the oceans. If the cruise companies did that, they would get absolutely crippled. But they have recycling and water treatment online on the ships to recycle as much as possible. So, yeah, it's untrue. They're not like
I
that.
feel that was a bit...
Okay, last two.
Okay. Last two?
Yeah, and then you might have some.
No, I don't have any.
The buffet food is cheap and left out for hours.
No.
Is that just your response? No.
Well, why? No.
They're not. It is...
There's a
buffet
lot...
food is mass produced.
Yeah, but there's a lot more now doing like food to order, or like they will use the same food. Like this, the food in the buffet and for dinner is a variant of what they're using in the main dining room.
Yeah, so they're not mass producing it in that way. And like you say, newer ships like Princess's Sphere class, certain NCL ones, Virgin eats food cooked to order.
Yeah.
So they don't want to waste food because that's wasting money.
No.
So yeah, it's really not. And then the very final one, and we'll go on to some cruise news. Can you sigh a little bit louder there?
I've just seen it.
If you die on a cruise, they put you in a freezer.
Just kill me now. What?
So
Where do they put you?
They actually do put you in a freezer.
I was going to say.
So ships do have morgues, and they're legally required to, as part of the medical
They
facility.
don't weekend at Bernie's it
But
with you.
you're not put next to the fish, the meat, and the frozen peas. It's
No,
like
it's in a
dedicated ones, but you kept on ice in a professional way, not in a fridge.
Well, I'm thrilled. I know that now. Thank you.
That you're not going to be kept next to the fridge,
Well,
next to the peas.
like in a professional way, as
Well,
you
that's
described
how
it.
you want to be kept. Any other myths that you can think of?
No,
Or shall we move on to some cruise news?
I think we better move on to some cruise news because the morgue thing just
Well, let's get on to some happier stuff then.
please.
So, Princess, we've just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
They are getting a new Caribbean private island.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
Oh,
So, you are aware, obviously, the part of the Carnival group.
yes.
So, they are now going to be certain ships from next year,
Mm-hmm.
2026 at the time of recording, are going to be visiting Celebration Key. Or Key.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's historically just been for Carnival ships.
Okay.
But they're now opening it up, and it's going to be open up for quite a few ships going forward. But they've
Okay.
already announced Sky Princess,
Okay.
Sun Princess, Regal Princess, Caribbean Princess, Enchanted Princess, and Star
Oh,
Princess
nice.
are all going to be stopping there in the 26-27 season and 27-28.
Lovely.
So it's nice what they've got there. What will be interesting, because they haven't announced, because if you remember in a cruise cast recently, we talked about that Carnival are not letting you use the drinks package on there. They're creating their own dedicated one.
Yeah.
They haven't said whether the Princess Premier and Princess Plus will be honoured on there.
Right. Okay.
Let's just assume it won't. But they've not said, so we'll see what's happening in there.
Yeah.
Cruise story number 2.
Right.
New York City has unveiled a major expansion plan and overhaul for the Manhattan cruise terminals where we pulled him.
We have. Is that Pier 42 or something like that?
It's the ones down there, yeah.
It's near to the
Intrepid?
Intrepid?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So they've unveiled a master plan for the new terminal there.
Well, that's good because, yeah.
How old do you think the current cruise terminal is there?
I want to say old because it's been there a while.
90 years.
Yeah.
So the new plan includes having shore power at all the berths,
Okay.
which I was surprised it didn't, but also not when I read that. But the plan also accommodates for bringing in 3 mega vessels all at the same time,
Wow.
which would include 2 8,000 passenger ships.
Wow.
So that's 2
Big ones.
essentially icon class
Yeah,
ships
yeah.
at the same time.
Okay.
It's a big terminal. It already has more than 1 million people go through there each year, and obviously generates a lot. But when you've got something that's nearly a century old, that the ships when that came into being were more like Titanic.
Yeah.
Big, but not
No.
compared to today.
No.
So there's a huge amount of restructuring, building got to go on. They've not given any dates for the work to even start yet, let alone finish.
Yeah.
But apparently is going to be amazing, and putting in new walkways to walk in and all sorts of stuff.
Lovely.
So I've seen some pictures. It does look amazing. Cruise news story number 3.
Okay.
There's a new game show launching on Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
So we've already had things like Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
It's coming on to Utopia of the Seas first before moving out across the ship. What game show do you think it is?
Is it the 1%?
Is it the 1% one? No.
What is it?
It is The Price is Right.
Price is Right?
Yeah. So,
okay.
which has been around
Bit of a
for a long
throwback.
time.
Yeah.
But on every sailing, guests will have the chance to win prizes as big as a brand new car. The car bit I'm not entirely getting because I don't know where you drive it off. It's got like bullseye sort of feel to it. But you can also, so people can go watch it for free. But if you want to take part in it, you can scan a QR code and play along on your phone to win as well. And people will be picked to go up on there. And you can win onboard credit, casino credit, spas, new cruises, car.
I would study every item in the gift shop.
Do you think that what they're going to use for the prices is going to be related to the cruise line then? As opposed to saying that, here's a Ford Cortina.
A Ford Cortina?
That's when it started. We're doing the throwback.
I would find out, does any cuddly toys, remember how much they are.
Yeah.
Also,
Cuddly Toys was the generation game.
yeah, but it's still, I'm thinking of what they sell in the gift shop.
Yeah.
So tote bag, Toblerones, find out how much they are, because they're going to like put these in order of price.
Because it's literally now airing. It started now this month. So if you are listening to this and you've been on Utopia and you've seen it, please let us know in the comments what it was like. Did anyone win a car? I'm sure that'll break on the news if someone does win a car.
Yeah, but also if they do win a car, how are you getting it home?
Well, I'm sure it'll be delivered at home and it's not already on the ship.
Yeah, but what if it's right-hand drive?
Well, I'm sure that it'll...
What if you live here?
Maybe they organise a left-hand drive one for you. Maybe it's only open to people from the US.
That sounds about right.
I'm probably not going to ever win a car on it, so it's probably not a massive issue.
No, I think...
And you could drive a right-hand car over
I would find out how much the tanzanite necklaces...
the jewellery.
The jewellery, how much...
What a good way of getting people to go into shops.
An Effie bangle. It's like I think about these things.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Well done, you. Final cruise news story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we normally only have 3. Sometimes only 2. But I saw this one and couldn't not talk about it.
Okay.
So, Carnival,
mentioned
for the second time today,
has
doubled the the intervals between orders on the drinks packages.
Is it not 15 minutes?
So, what they've said is they're putting on the brakes to sort of reduce down some drinking indulgences. You can have 15 drinks a day on their big packages, which is pretty similar to a lot of other cruise lines. And they put that out in sort of just the last couple of days to tell people. At the moment, it's a 5-minute wait.
Right, for ordering the second drink?
Yeah, which I didn't think were like... Most cruise lines tend to be like 10 to 15 minutes when they mention it.
Now, this is where it gets weird now, because when we've been on a ship where it is the 15-minute and we've dared order an alcoholic drink and water, they've said, oh, we don't usually do this, and but it's dinner and we would like to order some water with our
thing. Yeah, and then
wine. They normally do it, but sometimes they get a bit weird. But
So, well, this one was 5 minutes, and people have been moaning a little bit because it's now 10.
And you know what?
I don't see a problem with 10 minutes.
Unless you're on the shots, I guess.
Yeah, but bear in mind, you've only got a 15 drink limit. If you're wanting to drink a shot every 10 minutes, you're probably going to be stopping drinking or cut off fairly shortly.
Well, that's true.
But I didn't think that one reasonable, do you? 10 minutes between it? I would have assumed that it were 10 or 15
because
anyway.
we were worried about it when we were on Princess, when it was super busy. And
you just want a thing, right?
No, because by the time it actually arrived, it was the jury.
You could already get another drink.
Yeah.
So it wasn't an issue at all.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the last story and the end of this particular episode.
Wow. Well, thank you, darling. Cheers. Thank you for listening and have a lovely day.
And I'll play us out with the full song that Lindsay don't like, but I
don't. No, it's like, no.
Well, let's see if you like the full version.
Oh.